Listen, I could all day, every day, have a hospital gown on that's not tied in the back and my butt showing, right? That's a massive vulnerability. But if I live on an island with one resident and none other, is it really a problem? No. Is anyone going to see my butt? No, I can't even see it, right? The way my head doesn't turn around, right? So there's no risk there.
So hang on a second. You're telling me that the mission of GRC is not to pass external audits and to close tickets?
No, that is a byproduct.
People go away.
Be prepared for a be brief and be gone. If you have more time, you
be brilliant.
share...
Be brief, be brilliant, be gone.
I don't even know. Do not try to impress them because they are unimpressible.
Fair.
Patch management really is the big one. It's, I mean, for me it is, right? I guess, let me rephrase that. Your kind of threw me, Steve.
I'm inspired. I'm fired up. I want to learn more about risk to help be that compass.
You can't just hit the patch all button and go get tacos. Like, that's not how it works.
Right.
It's a very dynamic environment. There's a reason that our jobs are complicated and frankly pay well. It's because it's messy, right?
It's a much more fun way to live, helping people and measuring the right stuff. It's more effective and much more fruitful career. Trust me.
Dude, you're good. That was very insightful. And I don't know, just when I was blown away, you brought in the third dimension.
This to me is like mad value because yes, the executing of the play itself, right? The running of the play, that's cool. And that's where all the action is. And that's where you do the highlights and instant replays. But who called the play? Why do you have those players on the team on the field at that moment? That was the brain. That was the strategy that went into the decision that allowed that transaction to execute. It allowed that process or business operation to exist in the first place. And this is the real value of GRC among all the other things that we've talked about. And honestly, it's why the job's so fun because it literally never gets boring.
Yeah, risk takes the escalator up and the elevator down and gets real intense real fast. And that's why you better study up on risk. So thanks, Thierry, and we'll see you in the next one. Hey, do you want to work in cybersecurity, governance, risk, and compliance, GRC? Well, risk is the heart and center of it. And looking at different career paths like you see at cyberseek.org here, risk skills are a good area to focus on in a progression from starting level to advanced level roles. My path went from finance on the left here as a feeder role to break in, to an appropriately placed position on the bottom of the map and the bottom of the totem pole as a junior IT auditor. As I work my way up into the right into cybersecurity management, I'm now in my 4th year as director of GRC at a software company. I've experienced and witnessed firsthand how risk management skills can open doors. They can make the difference between just working compliance checklists and implementing other people's decisions to having your work influence the decision. And this is not some controversial hot take. You'll hear the same advice if you ask seasoned veterans out in industry, and you hear them talking about career progression. It's pretty common for mentors to advise people from technical backgrounds like IT support, networking, or engineering to take risk training to boost their business skills on the path to leadership, maybe even to CISO. Or to tell people from business backgrounds like me to take risk training too, because it's a good entry point into cybersecurity where lots of transferable skills, maybe a surprising amount, from business backgrounds are a good fit for the work. But what does it really mean to upskill for cyber risk? How do we get the risk analysis and risk management skills that can launch and lift a career? Finding an answer to that question took me hundreds of hours to produce this 14-hour course. I've broken it up into 107 all-killer, no-filler videos based on my real-world GRC leadership experience. I also ground everything in industry standard guidance, like NIST Special Pub 839, Managing Information Security Risk, Organization, Mission, and Information System View. We're not just tactically at a system level, we get right up to the organizational level. Then the big one, Special Pub 837, Risk Management Framework, RMF, maybe you've heard of it. And then the one I reference most frequently on a day-to-day basis, 830, the Guide for Conducting Risk Assessments. Cybersecurity Framework is in there, of course, and there's a long list of more, getting to 37 in total. Then to validate risk skills systematically, I partnered again with AKYLADE, founded by Jason Dion. You might have seen him before. He's to date trained through various learning platforms 2.5 million students. I'm an authorized instructor for AKYLADE in this and 2 other courses. And since before then, I've been a member of their advisory council of hiring managers. We're a cross-section of practitioners and managers across industry focused on filling skill gaps we want to see in our teams that the legacy certification bodies are not meeting. In this course, I'll take you soup to nuts through all 5 domains that AKYLADE has outlined for Cyber Risk Management Foundations. You can see the full list in the course outline, but I'll quickly introduce you to the 5 domains here. So, domain 1 is to understand the foundations of risk management and its importance in cybersecurity. Know the terms so you can speak the language, know the concepts, and see that there's no need to reinvent the wheel. Then we start with why in domain 2, getting into strategy. Like Richard Syrson says in the course, he makes a few cameo appearances, it's a much more fun way to live when you're helping people, and it makes for a much more fruitful career to be measuring and focusing on the right stuff. Get aligned to business objectives and get strategic. Then risk identification and analysis. Here we get comfortable threat modeling, understanding the underlying technology and the business we want to protect and enable, and being that compass to help management make smart trade-offs and decisions. Risk response and mitigation is answering my favorite question, so what's next? And of course, there's risk monitoring and communication. This is not a one and done and not something we do in isolation. Related jobs for the skills we cover in this course include junior risk analyst, IT compliance specialist where I started, and GRC analyst with salaries ranging from around 50 to 100K. And then this foundation course is a prerequisite on the path to the next one, cyber risk management practitioner, where we see salaries for related job roles ranging from 85 to 400,000, according to the Indeed Cybersecurity Salary Guide. Now, am I saying that certs alone will help you get these jobs? No, of course not, but they can help, right? Education is a small yet powerful part of a 70-20-10 career development plan. 70% experiences, 20% relationships, and 10% education. But don't undervalue that 10% education component. It's small but mighty, introducing you to new skills, methods, and people that unlock opportunities for relationships and experiences. Check out the course outline for more details on the material we cover, and watch for yellow stars for lectures with special guests. If you're watching right now on YouTube, you can find that course outline in the course in 2 awesome places. One is AKYLADE.com, with the full 13 hours of lessons, including almost 2 of those being with Dr. Gerald Auger, either in videos with me or in his mini TED Talks from the SANS Difference Maker of the Year award-winning Daily Cyber Threat Briefing. The second place you can find the course is Simply Cyber Academy, which has 14 bonus videos featuring Jerry, adding another 90 minutes. Also in the Academy, you'd get his name on the CP certificate, plus support in the Simply Cyber Discord, which has 16,000 members. Both of those options come with 7 practice exams, so you can be well prepared to crush it when you get to the real exam in your first attempt. The bottom line for this course is that it's all about your transitioning from tactical to strategic work, from implementing other people's decisions to making them yourself, and taking your career to the next level. Thank you so much for being here. It is a privilege to be your instructor in Simply Cyber Academy. Are you ready to upskill in cyber risk management? Start learning now in the next lesson.